While working in your budget tab, you have the ability to adjust the view settings so that you can see your budget in a way that you'd like to see your budget by filtering out information that you don't want to see and highlighting the information that you do want to see here in your budget tab. So we've given you a couple of different ways to do that. First of all, as usual, you've got your view settings in this gear icon. You'll click that and your view settings drawer will slide over, and you have the ability to group, filter, or isolate specific information that you'd like to within your budget view. So you could group by cost code, and then you can see that your entire budget has been grouped by cost code, or you can do something like cost group. Sometimes that's really helpful, or you could group by cost type. And so that you can see how this will bring your budget into sharper focus depending on what type of grouping that you want. So we'll do something like cost code. And then if we'd like to see specific columns added to this table, again, you have the ability to toggle any one of these specific fields on or off to bring it into this table. And when you've got a view that you really like, you can click Save As. You won't want to click Save because that will override the current view that you started with. If you'd like to have access to that view in the future, you'll want to click Save As, give it a new name. We'll call this Cost Code View. We'll select OK. And now we will have in our personal views on that view dropdown, that new personal view, that cost code view. But we're always able to go back to our overview here. If we want to reset that, close that. So now we have our overview view and we've got our cost code view. Okay. You also have some other views that can be really helpful for you if you're looking for specific types of views, like seeing the scope of work relative to your cost items. This view will bring in that description right next to the name of those cost items and let you just see specifically the scope of work rather than all of the other fields that you might see in that table naturally. You can also look at something like a job costing view. Again, this will help you see all of your approved job costing numbers. Once you have an approved job document, those will populate here. And then you can just look at how you're doing whenever you're tracking your expenses versus what has been approved. If you'd like to see something like your profit, again, in your view settings, you'll see that what has happened is that we've got this profit section toggled on, and there has been a view where that is the only other section other than your estimating section available on this table. So you can see how you have some flexibility to either filter by the views that you've created, by kind of tailor making a view, or we've given you another drop down where you can access some of those views that we looked to create already, but they're here already for us, like cost code or the cost group. This brings you back to that normal budget view because that's how we created this budget, but you can again view by cost type. So you can see how we've given you several different places with which to create a custom budget view that helps you isolate and view only the information that you'd like to view in that budget, but then to be able to kind of flex a little bit to move around to other budget views if you have a specific need to do so. If you have any more questions about building out custom budget views, reach out to your customer success manager, or you can reach out to us for support at JobTread.com.